Over 60% of car owners have poured a miracle engine flush into their oil at least once, and most had no clue it could actually damage their engine. These quick fix products promise to dissolve sludge in minutes, but many end up stripping lubrication and clogging vital oil passages instead. The good news? Not all of them are bad. A few proven cleaners actually work with your engine, not against it. Get ready, we'll expose the worst 5 and reveal 3 that really deliver. Number 5. Miracle Fuel Economy Boosters. You've seen them online: miracle fuel pellets, magic engine drops. Add one to your tank and it'll clean carbon, boost mileage, and make your car run like new. Some even promise permanent results from a single dose. Sounds nice, right? Except almost none of it holds up when you look closer. Consumer Reports tested several of these so-called miracle savers and found zero improvement in fuel economy. The Federal Trade Commission has fined companies for making the same empty promises. And the UK's advertising regulator called out those tin antimony pellets for being flat-out misleading. Turns out there's no real science showing a metal ball sitting in your fuel tank can change combustion. Modern cars already manage fuel, timing, and emissions down to the millisecond. They don't need a mystery potion to fix what's already precise. Most drivers who think the additive worked just changed their oil, cleaned their air filter, or finally inflated their tires. The gains come from maintenance, not magic. At best, these miracle cleaners waste your money. At worst, they clog filters, upset sensors, and leave you chasing problems that never existed. Save your cash for real tune-ups. And speaking of bad ideas that sound clever, let's talk about one of the most dangerous engine cleaning hacks floating around online. Number 4. DIY kerosene or diesel flushes. People on the internet love to share old-school tricks for cleaning engines. One of the worst is pouring diesel or kerosene into the crankcase before an oil change. Honestly, the theory sounds clever. Both are solvents, so they should dissolve sludge and wash the engine clean. In reality, it's one of the fastest ways to damage an engine. When you mix fuel with oil, it destroys viscosity. The film of oil that separates moving parts disappears, and metal grinds on metal. Even a few minutes of idling can scar bearings and wear out the camshaft. Engineers have warned for decades that once viscosity drops below the safe range, wear multiplies fast. These solvents also attack rubber seals and gaskets. Over time, that means oil leaks, shrinking O-rings, and more damage under the hood. Diesel absorbs moisture too, which brings corrosion and rust into the engine. And when sludge breaks loose, it doesn't disappear, it moves. Chunks of carbon clog the oil pickup and starve the pump, leading to catastrophic failure. What's left behind after draining doesn't help either. Residue thins new oil and ruins its additives. Modern engines are built tight, with delicate seals and sensors. Diesel flushes belong to another era, and can end an engine's life overnight. Yet somehow, the same risky idea got repackaged into shiny bottles with labels that promise professional results. Number 3. Wynn's Pre-Oil Change Engine Flush. Pre-oil change engine flushes, like Wynn's promise to deep clean your motor before fresh oil goes in. The bottle sounds convincing, dissolves sludge, frees piston rings, and restores lifters. You pour it in, let the engine idle for 15 minutes, and drain it out like magic. The idea is tempting, but the real truth doesn't match the label. When these detergents break down built-up sludge, that gunk doesn't vanish. It becomes loose debris that rushes through tiny oil passages, pickup screens, and filters. In older or high-mileage engines, one chunk in the wrong place can starve the pump and ruin bearings. Users on car forums have posted stories of blocked pickups and thin oil pouring out after a flush. That's the second problem. These treatments dilute oil so much that the protective film between metal parts disappears. Even a short idle can wear cam lobes or lifters. The third issue shows up later. Older engines depend on grime to seal small leaks. Remove it too quickly, and you expose every weak gasket. Fresh drips start showing up soon after. For healthy, well-maintained engines, the reward is tiny while the risk is high. Regular oil changes already clean safely. These flushes often do more harm than good. But if you think Wynn's is risky, wait until you meet the heavyweight of harsh cleaner. Number 2. GUNK Motor Flush. It is one of those products that sounds smart in theory, but can be risky in practice. The instructions are simple enough. Pour it into the oil, idle the engine for a few minutes, and drain. The goal is to wash out sludge, varnish, and deposits before adding new oil. On paper, it's an easy cleanup. In reality, it's chemical warfare inside your engine. Most flushes like this rely on strong solvents to dissolve grime fast. That aggressive action can strip away the thin oil film protecting bearings and lifters. Once that barrier is gone, metal surfaces rub directly together. Even a few minutes of idling can cause scoring or early wear. At the same time, the sludge these solvents break loose doesn't just disappear. It travels through tight oil passages, where one chunk can clog the pickup screen or oil filter and starve the pump. Older engines suffer even more. The sludge that once sealed tiny leaks gets removed, exposing worn gaskets and tired seals. Soon after, drips start showing up. Modern engines with narrow oil channels and high-pressure systems have even less tolerance for this shock cleaning. Regular oil changes with good detergent oils already do the job safely. GUNK-style flushes often clean too hard and too fast. But there's an even more extreme version, one that promises the same deep clean in just minutes. Number 1. Solvent-based 5-minute flushes. Solvent-based 5-minute engine flushes are marketed like miracle detox shots for your car. Pour it in, idle a few minutes, and drain out all that gunk. It sounds efficient, but it's risky business. These quick flushes rely on strong petroleum solvents that thin your oil almost instantly. While they circulate, the oil film meant to protect bearings, lifters, and cams breaks down. That thin layer is all that keeps metal from grinding metal. Even a short idle can leave fine scratches and long-term wear. The next problem comes right after. Those solvents loosen sludge fast, like way too fast. Instead of dissolving evenly, the chunks break free and move through the oil system. One clog in a pickup screen can kill oil pressure and starve the engine. On modern cars with tight oil passages or turbos, that can mean immediate failure. Older engines take another hit. Sludge often masks small leaks or worn seals. Clean it suddenly, and you uncover every weak spot. Manufacturers like Toyota and BMW warn against these products. Modern oils already contain detergents that keep engines clean when changed on time. If the goal is real maintenance, shorter oil intervals and quality synthetic oil will do more good than any 5-minute miracle ever could. You see, some engine cleaners can wreck your motor faster than they fix it. But a few are actually worth your time, the ones that clean smart, not harsh. Before we jump into the good ones, hit subscribe and stick around to know real fixes, honest reviews, and car tips that actually save you money. Number 3. Auto RX Engine Cleaner. Not every cleaner has to hit your engine like a chemical hurricane. Auto RX is more like a detox smoothie than a crash diet. You pour it in with fresh oil and just drive. That's it. Over the next few thousand miles, it dissolves the gunk and sludge that choke oil flow, harden seals, and make your engine sound like it needs therapy. Instead of blasting deposits loose in 5 minutes, like those harsh solvent flushes, Auto RX takes the scenic route. It loosens oxidized crud slowly so it can be carried out naturally during your next oil change, without clogging the pickup screen or starving the engine of oil. Drivers swear it cuts oil burning, smooths idle, and even reduces tiny leaks in older cars. The process takes patience. Add a bottle, drive 3,000 to 4,000 miles, swap oil and filter, then do a rinse phase. The results sneak up on you. Less smoke, less noise, and a smoother drive. It won't fix broken parts, but for tired, high-mileage engines that just need a reset, this gentle approach can feel like a second life for your motor. But for drivers who want that same deep clean in a single afternoon instead of a few thousand miles, there's another option that gets the job done fast. Number 2. Liqui Moly Oil Sludge Flush. It's designed for people who want results fast, but don't want to risk wrecking their engine. You pour it in about 200 kilometers before your next oil change. Let it circulate, then drain everything out, oil, filter, and all. What's left behind is a noticeably smoother, quieter engine that actually breathes again. Unlike sketchy 5-minute solvent bombs, Liqui Moly is tested for both petrol and diesel engines, and it's safe for turbochargers, catalytic converters, and seals. That's huge because most cheap flushes can attack rubber and gaskets. Drivers running high-mileage cars, some well past 250,000 kilometers, report cleaner internals, steadier idle, and better throttle response after a single treatment. Think of it as a pre-oil change cleanse. It loosens sludge, varnish, and carbon buildup so the old oil can carry the mess out when you drain it. Just remember, this isn't an every oil change ritual. If your engine is healthy and well-maintained, you don't need it. But if you've got an older motor that's getting noisy or running rough, this 200-kilometer rinse can feel like a factory reset, minus the mechanic's bill. That's one way to give your engine a fresh start. But for the ones buried under years of sludge and neglect, there's a product that doesn't ask politely. It scrubs everything clean. Number 1. STP Engine Flush. If your engine's been running rough, idling loud, or feeling sluggish, the STP's engine flush is like giving it a deep shampoo before the fresh oil goes in. The bottle promises to remove varnish, gum, sludge, and dirt from inside your engine. And for once, the hype isn't empty. You pour it in before your oil change, let the engine idle a few minutes, then drain everything out. What comes out is usually darker, dirtier, and proof that it's doing its job. STP's been around forever, and that legacy counts. Real users, thousands of them, say their engines felt smoother, quieter, and even stopped minor leaks after using it. It's safe for both petrol and diesel engines, and unlike no-name flushes, it's tested to neutralize harmful acids and free up sticky components. Still, it's not a miracle in a bottle. You have to follow the rules. Run it, drain it, change oil, and filter right after. Skip that step, and you're asking for trouble. Used correctly, though, STP's flush is a fast, affordable way to give tired oil passages and sticky lifters a second wind. And that wraps up our look at the good, the bad, and the downright dangerous engine cleaners. Did you find this video helpful? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more real-world car advice that actually saves you money, click on the next video. Thanks for watching.